Hello, 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 everyone. How's it going? Good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? Or good evening, depending on where you're tuning in from. How's it going, everyone? Are we all good? We do have the full set of the new set out, and I believe it is a good amount of cards. Actually, I think it's a is it a one pack big set, which is very interesting. Looks like we're playing Pocket Become Human. Yes, as always. Depending on how long the review goes, we will be jumping in, see if we can finish Become Human today. But, of course, we do have the Pokemons ready. New set. It says 234 cards, but I think that includes all the shinies and extras and so on and so on. Thanks a lot for the watch streaks as well, by the way. TK with the huge 70 pack watch, 70 pack, it's because I already said pack. 70 stream streak, and Skyclad for the 7 stream streak, Hearthstone Battlegrounds for the 20, and now Ains for the 3 stream streak. Yeah, there we go, I guess. Right, we've got loads of new cards, guys. Shall we just dive in? I'm kind of excited for this one, so let's see where we go. We have Ladybug, colorless punch, deal 10, grass 60 HP. Nothing to write home about, but it is important to remember that colorless is colorless, right? You don't need. Is this big enough for you guys? Should I ever like do it like this? That's okay, right? It's fine. It's fine, right? Make it full screen. Why? But then I hide stuff, right? Which then makes it work. Isn't this more than big enough? Now, the problem with full screen is look at the layout of the page. Where the heck do I put my camera? Anyway. And hello, Chris. Hello, Emmanuel. Hello, Mitchell. Don't you think we should start with trainer cards so we have context? No one will remember the context anyway. We'll talk about combinations later on. We'll just start with the Pokemon. We probably don't want music, do we? Boop. Or maybe we want hold on. Turn it down a bit. There we go. Some Pokemon themed music. Hey Brandon, what's up? Okay, let me just sort myself out again quick. Yeah, I think we're good. So Ladybug, yeah, it is colorless, and I think we have seen Ledian, right? Damage isn't affected by weakness or by any effects, blah blah blah. 80 HP, the evolution, 1 energy. Weirdly enough, the damage not being affected by weakness is actually bad. Because the only way I think this would be half decent is if you're targeting weakness grass and you're hitting 60 for 1 energy in any deck. So yeah, don't think Ledian is so good. Next up, we do have Shuckle, 80 HP, guard press, 2 energy, 40. During your opponent's next turn, Pokemon takes minus 20. Don't think this is so good either. It's a basic, but again, how you get in the 2 energy is the big problem, right? So yeah, nothing. Grass not looking so hot so far. Roselia, 60 HP. Flip a coin if it has attack does 30 more. 1 energy. Grass as well. Basic. And then we have Roserade. We are blitzing through some of these, by the way. Then we have Roserade, 90 HP. Decent HP, actually. I think anything more than 8 is good. And then 2 energy. Poison Ring. Deal 50. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. During your opponent's next turn, your Pokemon can't retreat. Not the worst, actually. 90 HP. Deal 50 for 2. But you poison, so you at worst deal 60, but then they're also stuck in the active, which that combination, obviously, of poison and they can't retreat is not bad, honestly. It really isn't the worst, right? You're doing 60 at worst, which, again, isn't the best attack in the world, but they can't retreat and they're poisoned. Not bad. Not bad. Then we have Cacnea, 2 energy, deal 30. And then Cacturn, the evolution, of course. 120 HP, 3 energy, 1 colorless, 60 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon has damage on it, This attack does 60 more. So it can do 120 for a non-EX stage 1. But for 3 energy... It's just... So I'm going to say this a lot over the course of the day, no doubt. But it's rough looking at 3 energy to sometimes deal 120 when there's 1 energy deal 130 exists. And I know it's not stage 1, High Dragon stage 2, I get it 100%, but it is just the 1 extra energy is so much more expensive. Well, I guess 2 extra energy is so much more expensive, right? Not bad though. We have, you guys can just see these, right? We have Chespin, 62 energy 30, Quilladin, 90 HP, 3 energy 60, but then we have Chestnut, which is the final evolution. 160 HP, 4 energy but 2 colorless, Needle, Lariat, 80 damage. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, oh. Huh. That's kind of interesting. So it does 80, and then if he gets attacked next turn, he does another 80. Not the worst. It's a lot of energy, but 2 colorless means it's rampable. How are we ramping this? I mean, the easy part is like babies, right? Leafeon exists. Again, I'm not saying it's magnificent, but it's a significant pain in the ass for your opponent, right? Because there is a lot of worlds where you're hitting for effectively 160 twice. Because they can't 160 you, right? Hey, give me 1 sec, guys. Waffle's being a waffle. I'm back, sorry. Ooh, cape also makes it harder to want. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like, it's not bad. Does this work like Rocky? It'll work like all of the retaliate effects, right? So, like, it doesn't seem so bad at all. Like, yes, it's an expensive attack, but how are they dealing with this? Like, even, like, Blaziken can't one-shot it, right? So Blaziken's going to take 160. Arguably more, because then you attack it. Blaziken kills it with weakness. Oh wait, sure, yeah, sorry. I was living in Cape World. But yeah, there's it really doesn't look bad to me. Now, this is going to be one of those you're going to have to lock it in and play it, right? To see how good it really performs in whatever given meta we're going to have. Bear in mind as well, it's got 3 retreat. So it can have the heavy... Waffle, I don't know what's up with you. I tried to let you out twice and you wouldn't go. Been a nerd today. But yeah, this can have the damage reduction helmet as well, right? Because it's got 3 retreat. It's playtime. We've played, we've walked, we've fed, we've played. Tried to let him out again twice, didn't. But yeah, I don't know. Genuinely, I don't think it's bad. Oh, hey, Tech, long time no see. I think it's superior. Extract and rare candy. Could do that. Yeah, superior could be a thing. Okay. Next one. Scatterbug. Yeah, he's getting soppy in his old age. 10 energy. 10 energy. 1 energy, deal 10, sure. Spooper. Put a random card that evolves from Spooper from your deck into your hand. Not really that good. And then Viv. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and asleep. 2 energy, deal 60. Not the worst. Not the best. Not the worst. I like the card art though. Yeah, not so bad at all. 2 energy, 1 colorless. Deal 60. Well, arguably deal 70 and sleep, which means more levels of problems for your opponent. It's probably going to be semi-playable. Buzzwole, a normie Buzzwole. 110 HP. Ground beat, 40 plus. If your opponent's got exactly 1 point, this attack does 40 more. Oh, okay, now he's lying down because he wants me to stroke him, but my arms aren't that long, so I'm just progressively going to do this. You need a little desk, don't you, to sit on? Buzzwole, although the artwork looks kind of sick, does not look that good to me. Gossifleur, 1 energy, 20, basic, yeah. Eldegoss. You may shuffle this Pokemon and all attached... Whoa! Huh! That's kind of interesting. And it's May, so you can choose, right? And you could put like Cape on this early, have it tank, and then you shuffle the Cape back into your deck. Right? That's kind of interesting. I'm not saying it's going to be the best card in the world, but it could be like an early game tank. It's only 1 energy to deal 40. And then whenever you think you're going to get knocked out, you can just shuffle it back in. And even if you put Cape on it, the Cape shuffles as well, so you don't even lose the Cape. Right? Maybe that helps you get to thingy. What's his name? Chestnautatron. Huh. Not the worst. Not the worst. And then we have Ogerpon, which we've seen. We've talked about Ogerpon. I like this card. I don't know how good it's going to be. It's going to be a tricky one to sort of be able to tell. This is a big set. Yes, it's pretty big. And then we've talked about Ogerpon. Okay, moving on to Fire. Alolan Marowak, 100 HP, obviously stage 1. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. 2 energy, deal 60. 100 HP. It's a decent burn activator. I don't know if we'll get anything that needs burn. But it's like, it's a decent burn activator, I guess. It's just guaranteed burn. Deal 60, it's got okay-ish HP. Reshiram, okay. Bit of a casual legendary. Discard 2 energy for this Pokemon, deal 110, 100... Oh, it's pretty boring. And it's not going to be good, right? That's just... doesn't seem great. 2 energy, deal 40, not 60. Yeah, but it burns. So it's 60, right? Because burn always works first. Waffle, enough for you now. Go. Like, burn always hits at least once, right? So it's effectively 2 energy, deal 60, yeah. Then we get Nihilego. I don't know. I mean, one way to find out, right? We have Lit Leo, who's colorless, so I'm guessing... Oh no, but Pyro isn't. Isn't this just a gold duck, more or less? Okay. We've seen Oricorio, which seems not very good. Not if they have Teal Mask, right? Are we not diving into... I mean, sure. Not if they have Comfy. And then... Ooh, Blacephalon EX. Of all the Pokemon for fire, I wouldn't have guessed Blacephalon. 140 HP basic, of course. 1 energy, burn your opponent. 3 energy, discard 3 energy to deal 140. It's... I don't think it's very good, right? I get... With Lusamine, yeah. I guess. You got Lusamine, you've got... It's just getting the energy. Right? There's Flame Patch Lusamine, but getting the energy is the bigger question, right? How are you getting to 3? Hey, Kello. Kello Smello. Flareon? Maybe Flareon? It's not bad, because if you think about it, right, this hits kind of as hard as a chicken. Why is my Blaziken? And it's not a mega. And it's a basic, right? So there are benefits. The retreat sucks on it. But it can hit hard. Yeah, everyone's saying Charmeleon, but are we now just randomly running Charmander Charmeleon in the decks just to juice a Blacephalon? Wouldn't you may as well just run Charizard as well and just play a Charizard deck? Celesteela for retreat, it is an Ultra Beast, so Celesteela can retreat it. But that's that. My only thing is how you get into 3. I think like there's Flareon, which you could definitely do. Like if you get to 3 energy and you get cooking with this, it's not bad at all. Not bad. We have Scorbunny, Raboot, and Cinderace, which we've seen. Oh, there's Hearthflame. Oh, they've put all the Ogapons in. Hearthflame, Ogapon, 80 HP. Flip a coin. If heads, take 2 fire energy from your energy zone, attach it to... Rightio. I'm gonna minute. Yeah, if you will this, then suddenly the Blacephalon energy ain't so bad, is it? Oh, this Ogapon's pretty cool. Because you play well, right? And this is just a basic. 2 energy ramp is kind of nuts. 2 to gain 2. It's 2 to gain 2 under the assumption that you get knocked out every time. The second you gain 4 from this, you are Jimmy jamming, right? Like, that's the payoff. At worst, again, assuming you hit heads, let's say you play Will, whatever. At worst, it's the same. Well, at worst, it's positive, right? Because you've dealt 40 damage and you still have the energy, right? Not bad. Okay, Ogapons. I hope there are they have to do the Ogapons in like a full arts, right? Surely. Okay, not bad. Oh my god. Okay, is this the set where water gets something more interesting than bloody Greninja Suicune? Alolan Vulpix is what it is. Steel weakness, by the way, because it's ice. Alolan Ninetales, 150 HP, 2 energy, deal 80. During your opponent's next turn, they can't take any energy from their energy zone attached to... Hey, not bad. Not bad. 2 energy, deal 80, 150 HP, and they can't attach to their active. Now, the cool thing about this is in a lot of games, this won't matter too much. Waffle, you are hurting my soul today. But in a good chunk of games, this will matter. And it's got decent HP, and it's a stage 1. And it's steel weakness, which is about 1,000 times better for us than electric weakness, right? Okay. Sold. We're going to be playing some Ninetales. I'll tell you that for free. I bet the full art goes hard as well. We'll see that later. Oh, Galaran, Mr. Mime. 70 HP, 1 energy, deal 20, but again, steel weakness. Okay. Galaran, Mr. Rhyme. Flip 3 coins. Oh, okay, going away from that one. Delibird, 80 HP, 2 colorless. Flip a coin. If heads, is attack does 70 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. If tails, heal 30 damage from your opponent's active Pokemon. God, that is going to be a troll, isn't it? Waffle. In your bed now. In your bed. Lie down, settle down now. Ah, Delibird. Okay. Mudkip. I've been playing the Swampert. There we go. My brain just blanked. I've been playing Swampert in ZA PvP. Damn, it's quite good. So we've got Mudkip, Marshtomp, 2 energy, 40, sure. Swampertio, 150 HP, large Whirlpool. 3 energy, discard a random energy from among the energy attached to all Pokemon. Oh, it's Gyarados, right? To deal 100. Now, we have Mega Swampert. 230 HP, 3 energy. Discard 2 random energy. Huh. Okay. Could end up being 2 of yours. It could, but what if it isn't? This is just a Chaos card, isn't it? Swampert's just a little Chaos boy. Crazy that it has electric weakness. I think it's fine that it has electric weakness, honestly. Okay, discard 1 from each. It says 2 random energy, so I'm guessing it can be split. I'm guessing it can be split, but this, okay. 3 energy's cheap for grass. For grass, god damn it, it's because I read grass. My brain is just broken, guys, for water. Yeah, not bad. It is a mega, though, but then again, water has a lot of ways to heal. Oh my god, we're not even done with water yet. Ice cream. Bigger ice cream. Biggest ice cream. Sweets relay, god damn it. Okay. And then, this is one of my least liked Pokemon, because it's just nothing, isn't it? I don't know if anyone else agrees. Frozen Lock, deal 20. During your opponent's turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. Oh, big Chingling. But it costs, so it's not as good. Might be playable, though. Amora. Amora Beam. 2 energy, deal 50. It's Fossil. And then we have Aurora Rose. 150 HP. Discard 2 water for this Pokemon. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. It's not Rampardos, is it? It's not Rampardos. And then we have Chewtle, one of the derpiest looking basics Pokemon ever. Dreadnought, who cares? Cramorant. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay, it's a deal. It's a Hitmonlee. Fine. Aracuda into Barraskewda. Kind of whatever. Let's have a look at the Ogerpon. Wellspring. 2 energy, flip a coin. If heads, attack also does 40 damage to any opponent's benched Pokemon. Huh. 40's a lot, guys. Forty's a good amount of number. Right, Waffle's barking again. Guys, this is the 3rd time I'm going to try and let him out. Wish me luck. Be right back. Right, he finally went out. He's such a pain sometimes. He's like, I actually won't go out, even though you stood letting me out whenever I want. The winds aren't correct. Oh, excuse me. Waffle is a diva. For sure. Okay, water. Ninetales and Swampert, to be fair, decent. The rest, nothing crazy. But Ninetales especially looks like it has potential. Oh, baby. We have a chocolate Raichu. Okay, Pikachu for electric. This Pokemon also does 10 damage to itself. 1 energy, deal 30. Fine. Not the end of the world. And then we have Alolan Raichu with Surge Surfer. Words. 110 HP, not bad. If a stadium is in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. Thunder Spear. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Not terrible. Because you'd obviously... it's not always the case, but you'd be like, sure, okay, free retreat, 50 damage to active or bench. Sorry, but 50? What do you mean, sorry, but 50? That's a lot, isn't it? 50 is a pretty big number. Surge comeback? It doesn't... Surge won't work because it's not Raichu, right? It's Alolan Raichu. Okay, not bad. Zapdocio, 100 HP. Heavy Thunder, 3 electric. 1 other Pokemon, either yours or your opponent's, is chosen at random 1 time. Do 100... Oh, I'm in. Oh, I'm in. Sign me up. Sign me up. Just press the button and hope for the best. It can hit itself, right? As well. And he's weak to himself. No, he's the Chuck Norris of Pokemon. The only thing that can destroy it is itself. Did it say other? Wait, either yours or your opponent's. What? Oh, sorry, one other. Sorry. I was reading in... I thought it would have said it in the brackets. Okay, it can't kill itself. Never mind. Okay, my bad. I thought it could kill itself, but it can't. Fair enough. I would have loved it if it could, though. You full gamba. Okay, Zapdos, bit of a troll. Plusle, 70 HP, 1 energy, electric tail, flip a coin if entry points out Pokemon is now paralyzed, and Minun. If Plusle is on your bench, this attack also does 10 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Oh. Minun's really good. Minun's quite good. The downside is you have to run Plusle. Yeah, Minun and Plusle are cool. Toxel, 2 energy, deal 30. Toxtris, EX, 150 HP. Damage and Spark, deal 90. This attack does damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has damage on it. Oh, so Minun Plusle Tox. It's 3 energy, deal 90. Huh. I'll be interested if like an AoE deck happens. But yeah, interesting. 3 energy though. 3 energy is not so bad actually because you're playing electric. But if you're playing Plusle Minun and this, you don't have much space to play stuff like Zeraora or Pichu, right? And then we have Tadbulb. Take electric energy from your energy zone, attach it to this Pokemon. Okay. Also, guys, this is one of my favorite newer Pokemon, Bellibolt. Bellibolt, 3 energy, deal 80. Oh, it's a shame it sucks. 130 HP, deal 80. It ramps itself. What website is this? Pokemon Zone. Electric, nothing mind-blowing. Tox might be okay. Tox could be good, but it's how you deal with 3 energy, right? But we'll have to see. Psychic, we have Galarian Ponyta, Psychic / Fairy, right? I think this is Fairy type as well. But not that it matters. Rapidash, 1 energy. If you have 5 or more Psychic energy in play, this attack does 60 more. Kind of rubbish, right? Giratina gets us free energy. Yeah, but my only point here is, if you have a Gardevoir or Giratina juicing, are you then going to be asked if you've got a Rapidash that can deal 100? You know what I mean? Like is it just hit with the Gardevoir or the Giratina or whatever, right? I don't know. I mean, it might be okay. It might be okay. Wobbuffet, 3 energy, deal 80. This Pokemon does 10 damage to itself, because of course it does. I mean, again, all these could be slightly reevaluated because of things like Gardevoir and the stadium, but we'll see. Schnubble, nothing crazy. Gramble, nothing crazy. Oh, new routes. Your opponent's Pokemon is now confused. Confused ray, the artwork's pretty nice. Curlier, your opponent's Pokemon is now confused. Psybeam, okay, so we keep confusing. Regular Gardevoir, take 2 Psychic Energy from Age Zone and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. Hey, regular Gardevoir's not horrible. This is decent to deal with Oricorio, right? Potentially. Not bad. And then, of course, we have Mega Gardevoir, which we've looked at, right? Ooh, Litwick. Okay. Lampen is just... Sure. And then Chandelure, 2 energy, 60 plus. This does 20 more damage for each supporter card in your discard pile. Yeah. GA Guard is better. Why? Alright, one sec. I'm back, sorry. Yeah, can ramp from bench. But you'd also imagine you don't really need the tons of ramping from bench, but yeah, I don't know. Chandelure, though, I don't think Chandelure is going to be that good. I might be wrong, but I don't think Chandelure is going to be that good. Because you're playing like a conditional stage 2, right? Every deck already has 6 supporters. Sure, I'm just saying, like, we're sat here talking as if you're gonna just have Chandelier and all the supporters in your discard, and then that's gonna win you the game. But you've got to get there, right? And then you're running multiple stage 2s, and you can only play one supporter a turn, right? Like, you can only play one supporter a turn. A lot of games are over in 3 or 4 turns. And you've got to run the 2 sets of these. You've got to get to the Chandelier. You've got to put the energy on it, right? So yeah, we'll see. Okay, we saw Melotia or Melotia, Melota words, Meloetta. That probably sounds better, doesn't it? Not bad. Pumpkaboo we saw, and now we have Gorgeist. 110, 1 energy. Discard a card from your hand. If you can't, this attack does nothing. Okay, well that's that definitely makes the previous one better, right? So you can have Gorgeist and Chandelure. So then you can go. It makes it a little bit better, right? It makes it a little bit better, but it's just how much are you realistically going to do on average for a Chandelure? That's a lot of cards, though. Stage 1 and 2. It's not that much, right? It would be 4 Pokemon, 2 candies, and then it would just be 8 Pokemon and 2 candies. And it beats Oricorio, which is nice. It's not like it's not that bad, right? The only outcome here, the only thing here really is discarding supporters good? Because what supporters are we discarding, right? You're probably not discarding Professor's Research. And then what other supporters are you running? Do you want to discard Cyrus? Do you want to discard Sabrina? Right, I think that's going to be the tricky one, right? You're burning cards, but you know maybe it works. Maybe it's fast enough. I genuinely don't know. But Gorgeist is kind of scary. Then we have Lord Mimikyu. I cannot wait to play with this card. Oh, we're doing Sinister. Okay, Sinisty or Poltergeist actually. I think was the other one. Flip a coin if heads your own opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage. Sure, fine. 30 HP. Wow. Very weak. And then Poltergeist. 70 HP. Once you're on your turn, you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon. You may have your opponent shuffle their hand into their deck. For each remaining point the opponent needs to win. Oh no, it's Mars. It's kind of Mars in a Pokemon. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. I like Poltergeist as well, but now I'm gonna probably start disliking that Pokemon. Okay, and we get Indeedee. That's male form, right? This attack does 70 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Wow. Wait, that's quite good. Huh. Okay, I think this is gonna get played. Why don't I just play Tapu Lele? Because Tapu Lele doesn't deal 70 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Right? 70 deals with a lot of problems. You just play Mega Gardevoir, though. I'm not about, like, yeah, I'm not saying you play this as a deck. You play Mega Gardevoir in this. Gardevoir hits for 110. Gardevoir then either kills the thing because it stays in, or they retreat, and then you've got 70. Then you just swap in Indeedee and just start 17 things. Right? 70 is a big number. And the energy is semi-irrelevant. I'm not saying it's completely irrelevant, but if you're playing Mega Gardevoir, the energy cost doesn't massively matter because you just do that in one attack, right? Hey, Latrina, thanks up for the stream streak. I think this is quite good. Any Oricorios on the bench get nailed, you can run stuff like Sabrina. So if they put in Oricorio against your Gardevoir, you swap in Indeedee, and Sabrina will repel it away, and then just one-shot it with Indeedee. I don't know. I think this card's quite good. Maybe I'm going to end up being wrong, but I've got a good feeling about it. Does Indeedee just have to be a good card in pocket now? Can you ramp Psychic? Yes. I think this is just good. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but this feels like one of the best cards we've seen. Oh, Sandshrew. I love Sandshrew and Sandslash. Flip 2 coins, attack does 20 free shed short. Sandslash. Flip 3 coins. Okay, not that amazing. Then we have Matt Choppington. Oh, discard a stadium in play. They're sticking with the fighting theme. Not bad. Pretty good if there's any early game things. Whoa, a good Machoke. Wait a minute, are we playing Machamp? What's Machamp? Discard the top card. Wait. Wait, this isn't... That's not bad. It's a pretty sick Machamp line. 1 energy Shatter, if you want it. You've got 1 energy Machoke to deal 40, which is fine. Fighting type's pretty strong in terms of weakness matchups. And then 1 more energy, you deal 18 discarded card. Why is Machoke kind of bad? It's not, right? Machoke's really good, because going first, you play Machop, pass, and then you first energy, you go Machoke and deal 40. No, like his sex. We're not going to talk about that, please. Not in this stream. Okay, Cubone. Yeah, that's just fodder for the Marowak. We Meditate. Sure. Medicham. If this Pokemon has a Psychic Energy attack, this attack does 50 more. I just don't know about this. I think you just have to run Fighting Psychic, and that's just sure if you want to. Rog and Roller. Sure. Buldorius. Bad. Oh, Gigalith. EX. 190 HP, quite tanky. Megaton Cannon. This attacked... Right. 4 energy. This attack does 140 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon during their next turn. This Pokemon can't attack. During your next turn, sorry, this Pokemon. So it's kind of like like any target Hyper Beam style move. Yeah, I don't know where we're getting the energy from, but it's still funny that that exists, right? Just a 140 to whatever. That could win you games, but I just don't know how you get the energy. Drillbur. Little Drillbur boy. Okay, so we're getting the other one in steel, I guess. Tyrun, Hammer in. Okay. Tyrantrum. 150, 3 energy. If you have fewer Pokemon playing than your opponent, this attack does 80 more. Ah, the Suicune killer. Damn, 80 more is kind of nuts. Is this like a, do you play Tyrogues with this? 2 Tyrogues and Tyrantrum? Is that the strat? No ramp yet, but you don't need ramp if you play Tyrogue, right? The only problem is you really need to draw the fossil. Although, you could play, wait, does the monkey do anything? I wonder if the monkey ever happens now. Pisimian, yeah. Maybe. Because what you've got to remember is, you need time to get to the fossil, right? Because you can't guarantee draw the fossil, so it's not like you can always say your first energy goes on this. Right? So maybe that's the play. You always start Passimian, because you just play Passimian Fossil, and then Passimian should live long enough to get the fossil. Passimian gets knocked out, energy on the fossil, boom. But yeah, it's just an idea, guys. Just a little like, oh, Passimian, how's it going? 90 health. It's start to say that's when your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay, just a slightly different form Hitmonlee. We power Creply. We didn't know because it's 2 retreat, right? It's 2 retreat instead of 1. So it's 10 extra health for 1 extra retreat. Okay. Phalanx. I like the look of Phalanx. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but it's still interesting. And then we get Cornerstone. Flip a coin. If extra opponent turns Pokemon takes minus 100 damage from attacks. Okay, the Ogapons are gonna be interesting. The Ogapon's going to be very interesting. The problem is they're 2 energy. Are people going to spend 2 energy for an attack that's ass if you don't hit heads? That's the big question, right? Okay, on to Dark now. We're blitzing through these. Alola Meowth. Flip a coin if heads, discard random energy from opponent's active Pokemon. Sure. Sure. It looks very scary there. This is actually more scary than like a real looking tiger face. Okay, Grimer. It is what it is. Nothing crazy. Muck. Basic Pokemon in play. Both yours and your opponent's have no abilities. What does this stop? Oricorio? No more Suicune. Wait, why no more? Oh, for the card draw? Yeah, but that won't matter. This will do nothing to Suicune. Hydreigon, it won't matter. Guys, do we know what basic is? Yeah, basic, guys. Basics. Indeed, it matters for sure. Suicune, Giratina, Entei. I don't think it will be a thing with... I don't think it's a big deal for Suicune. Darkrai, right? Darkrai won't ping, will it? Yeah, the EV evolve ability as well. Mimikyu EX, yeah. Huh. I don't think this is going to be played. I think people think this is way better than it is. I don't think this is very good. Maybe I'm wrong. Eevee not really because it evolves before you get more. Well, not all the time though, right? There are some instances where you play an Eevee and want to evolve it straight away. Could be played with Guzzlord. But then if you're playing it with Guzzlord, your Celesteela doesn't work, right? Zeraora, it wouldn't stop Zeraora ever, right? Yeah, it's cool, but this is the sort of thing actually I'm happy about. It's active for bench, yeah. The only times abilities are forced to be only work in the active, they say so. I think for me, I'm okay with this ability because, as I've said many times, if there's gonna be things in the game that just switch off abilities, I don't think they should be super strong because it just makes the game more boring, right? If you can just turn all the abilities off, it just makes the game more boring, which surely is not a goal of the game. It's a cool card though, and the good thing is, this card is like a failsafe against anything that's Giga broken in the future as well, right? There's a world where Muck is the last thing standing to stop something getting out of control, because then everyone can just play Muck. If there's something that's like super busted or something. I don't know, hopefully that never happens, because it means there's something super busted. But yeah, it's a decent card to exist, but I don't think this Muck's going to be super played, personally. Galarian, Zigzagoon, basic. Everyone thought these were going to be incredible, and I would have been shocked. I mean, they're decent, but my thoughts about Obstagoon are still my thoughts about Obstagoon. Okay, now we have Stunky. Skunk Tank. During puts at stage very tries to use the threat, but flips good if tells that attack doesn't happen. It's just not very good. A new Spiritomb. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is not tapped by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, do 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. That's a lot of words. Not the worst. Honestly. Not a bad card. Slap a Rocky Helm on this thing. Decent tank. And it opens up it also opens up Cyrus, right? On most things. Toxtricity. Yeah. Yeah, decent. Wouldn't regular Spiritomb be better? Well, no, the difference is you don't put energy on this, right? Your plan is not to put any energy on this, which means you can put energy on your actual attacker. This is just a tank, and it enables the damage. Decidueye as well, yeah. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, that's an easy example, right? With Decidueye, you want your first 2 energy on the owl. But if you wanted to put an energy on the Spiritomb, then your whole turn behind's worth of energy. Whereas this, you just put the Spiritomb out, put a helmet on it or something, and say, okay, enjoy. It is weak to like Repel Sabrina and stuff though. Purloin, flip a coin if heads, look at the random card from your opponent's hand and shuffle it into the deck. Sure. Liepard, flip a coin if heads, start to start. I don't know, why do they keep releasing like Liepards and like, you know, Skunk Tanks and stuff and keep making them bad? I don't get it. Ooh. Okay. Scraggy. Means I'll be happy. And then Scrafty. This Pokemon has more energy attached than your opponent's active Pokemon. This attack does 50 more damage. Yeah. Velto. Discard a random energy from both active Pokemon. I mean, the artwork's kind of nutty. They can literally... I mean, that's every card game, though, right? I'm just saying I'm surprised they keep printing, like, the same Pokemon. Just pick some different Pokemon and give them those attacks. Regular Guzzlord. 150 HP. Flip a coin if it has discard your opponent's... This is pretty troll. Wait, does DMH and graveyard? Those are words. I don't know what those words mean. You don't gain points for discarding, but you just delete the cards from the game, right? So if your opponent has like a Blaziken or a, you know, what else can we talk about here? Basically, any big Pokemon they've built up to win the game, you can just discard it. It's gone. So it does damage on the 150 active. It doesn't deal any damage. It just picks up your opponent's active Pokemon and puts it in the graveyard. Yeah, it confused me. But yeah, this Guzzlord, bear in mind, it's 4 energy, but also Lusamine exists, right? I mean, not the worst, honestly. Because think about this, right? If you do it to their big hitter, and their next card, their next Pokemon cannot deal with this, they can't one-shot it, right? And you just do it again, they're gonna run out cards. They're gonna run out of cards, right? They're gonna, I mean, run out of Pokemon to actually beat you with. I'm not saying it's like gonna be the best, but this is more playable than I think people realize. Right? Because you just bring this in. Obviously, it's a big energy investment, but with Cape, there's not that much that knocks this out in one hit. So if you take out 2 of their attackers, how much more does any deck really have left? Right? Very interesting, actually. Very interesting. Because you don't care about giving them points, or you don't care about you gaining points if they don't have any Pokemon to hurt you with. You've just won, right? Galarian Meowth, sure. And then Berserker, 100 HP Steel. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon to evolve it, blah blah blah, you may put 2 random Pokemon tools from your discard pile into your hand. Oh, this guy's pretty good. Because especially since that we know there's the tool that only lasts 1 turn. Yeah, Berserker's decent. 2 energy deals 70, 100 HP. Not bad stats. I'm not saying they're good stats either, but they're not bad, right? It's not like these numbers are not bad for what they are. Yeah, it KOs Oricorio. Oh, yeah, so you got to run what? Skarmory EX in this. This is to deal with Oricorio and give you your minus damage cards back. And then the Skarmory EX does the other stuff. It's just a tanky boy. Not bad. Mawile, sure. Mega Mawile we've seen. Excadrill, ugh, boring. What have they got with these ground Pokemon? They make super dull like this, Sandslash, and so on. I don't know. We have Ferroseed, sure. Ferrothorn, I think we've seen. Sure. Not Stunfisk. 80 HP. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot when your opponent's active Pokemon retreats, that does 40 damage to the new active Pokemon. So if they retreat, they get punished for it? Okay. Not mind-blowing. Okay. Honedge, we've got new, excuse me. Flip 2 coins, deal 40, we've got new, Aegislash. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 80 damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX. Well, that's disgusting. Right? Because that plus a tool means you're taking like minus 140 or something. You can just take no damage. Because there's tools. There's other cards that make like Adaman, which gives you another minus 20, right? Interest. Pretty decent tech against EX, honestly. The only slight issue with this is it's 3 energy. Like 3 energy is a lot. It is a big number of energy. Oh, we got Salamence. So Bagon, Shelgon, and then Memon. 150 HP. The artwork's cool. Fire, water, neutral. Flip a coin. If tails, this Pokemon also does 50 damage to itself. Kind of rubbish, isn't it? Not the best. It's just... It's a card. Oh, what is this? Meowth. We're in normals now. Oh god. Excuse me. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attack, flip a coin if heads prevent the damage. 1 energy, draw a card. Okay. But Persian's rubbish though. So this is just tank and draw. But half the time when you tank, you don't tank and you die. Where do we put the stadium cards? Stadium cards will probably go to one like the left of the battlefield. Kangaskhan, 110 HP. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. Okay. Mega Kangaskhan. 180 HP, basic, obviously normal. 3 energy, double punching family. Brilliant. 80 damage. This attack is used twice in a row. The second attack does 40. If the first attack knocks out your opponent's active Pokemon, the second attack is used after your opponent chooses a new one. Not sure. Plus 40 with red. Do the supporters work twice? I don't think so, right? It does? Let me get the word in. Hang on, let me just find red. During this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon. Yeah, so it will work twice. It's a turn-long effect, and it says attacks plural, not your next attack. Right? That wording-wise, it should happen twice, because it attacks... It's a second attack, so it's a separate attack. It's not the same attack. And red says, attacks use this turn. Boom. So, yeah, that should double. That makes sense to me. I just had to reread red because I couldn't remember what the wording was on the card. The most interesting thing about this is how do you build this deck? Because I just don't know off the top of my head. Ramp with babies or Ho-Oh. But then how do you just lose to Oricorio, right? That's the interesting part. You can't just lose to Oricorio. Also, there's a problem where when you start this, you are in big, big trouble. I know there's Ilma, guys. I know. I'm just saying that, like, Ilma's not a great card in general, right? Interesting. I'm not saying the card's bad, by the way. It's one of those ones where I sat and, like, I think finding the good list could be hard with this. I think the card's good, but I think finding the good list is tricky. It's a cool card, though, for sure. I can see it being strong. We have Centra, sure, Furret, which is a giant Pokemon, by the way. No one realizes how big Furret is. For it's taller than me. A new Schmergle. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at a random supporter card from your opponent's hand. Use the effect of that card as the effect. Wait a minute. Is this broken? Wait, is this broken? Am I just putting this in every deck? The only problem is you don't choose. You don't choose, remember, guys. It is random, so you might play red. Or, you know, try and play... Well, it'll fail on, like, Cyrus or something, right? But... What if I get Copycat and I like my hand? Well, you learn to like your new hand. I just think this is potentially... I don't know. This could be a weird card. This might not end up fitting in any deck, but it's a card worth looking at, isn't it? It's a card worth looking at. Okay, that's interesting ability. Lugia, what are you doing here? Aeroblast. Flip 2 coins, that does 40 more damage for each head. Don't care. Tailo. Okay. Swellow. Once during your turn, you may switch out your opponent's active basic Pokemon to the bench. Wait, that's a stage 1. Jesus, Pidgeot's getting some shade thrown. I think that's quite strong. I guess it's only basic. I guess it's only basic, so that's why it can be put on a stage 1. I was wondering why I thought they power creeped it so hard. I mean, this is... Yeah, it's Repel on a stick. The Pokemon shape is okay. I mean, this is going to be meta-dependent, right? Is it just me, or is the app cheeks right now? It's working for me fine, mate. Okay. Slackoth, Vigoroth, flip a coin. If it has attack, does nothing. Or Slacking. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, whenever you attach energy from your energy zone to it, it is now asleep. Discard a random energy from this Pokemon. 3 energy, deal 150. Damn, they were harsh on this. Feels like they were pretty harsh on this. This is paying the price for being neutral or colorless, right? Spinder. This Pokemon is now confused. 1 energy, deal 40 though. Oh, Tornadus. I hate these Pokemon so much. I hate that these are popular in VGC. 2 energy, blow through. If a stadium is in play, this attack does 40 more. 2 energy, deal 80 on a basic with 90 HP. Sure. Okay. Bunnelby. Sure. Diggersby. Earthquake. This tells us 10 out of your benched Pokemon. Sure. Another. Guys, stop giving us Furfros. Hammer in. Okay, this one's bad. It's fine. Tandemaus! Put 3 random cards from among Tandemaus and Mousehold from your deck onto your bench. Wait a minute. We can cheat. Wait, we can cheat, right? So it evolves them? No, I don't think it evolves them. It's just you can have 2 Tandemaus and 2 Mousehold on the bench. Because it just says just put them on the bench. So you can have 2 Tandemaus and 2 Mousehold just separately on the bench, which makes Mousehold's ability attack way more makes sense, right? Flip a coin for each Tandemaus and Mousehold. So you can arguably flip 4 coins that do 60 each. For 1 energy. Auto evolution. It's not auto evolution. Think of it as a physical card game. It's super simple. You draw a Mousehold, you just put it on the board as a Mousehold. Wait, this is very good. Yeah, I mean, you can have the cards in hand, right? So you'd probably want copycats and stuff to try and shuffle him back if you want to cheat like that. It's funny, though. I mean, Mousehold seems at least fun. Okay, so we've got fossils, who cares? Lucky Ice Pop. Oh, we're on to trainer cards now. Heal 20 from your active Pokemon. If you healed any damage, flip a coin. If heads, put it into your hand. Wait a minute. This one's a meme? Wait, why is this one a meme? It's not that much of a meme, is it? Better Potion. It's not just Better Potion because this can only be used in the active. It's not strictly Better Potion. It's just on active, right? You can't do that. You can't heal someone on the bench. This doesn't seem that bad, though. Especially if you're running Megas, right? Like, if you're running Megas, you probably want this because you just care about your active. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems good. Sail Fossil, whatever. Protective Poncho. Tool. As long as the Pokemon this card's attached to is on your bench, prevent all damage done to that Pokemon by your opponent's attacks and abilities. It's the camouflage against Greninja tech. Oh, that's funny. It's still bad, right? This doesn't do anything really, does it? This doesn't really do anything, does it? It's like, it's okay. It's an okay card. But it's not even that much anti-Greninja, right? Because if it's taken any damage, it doesn't matter that they can't ping, they can still Cyrus it in, right? So you need to like have the Pokemon you want to protect on the board on turn 1 and Poncho it turn 1. Right? I think this card is fine. But the problem is, like, is it making the cut? That's the problem. And hey, Attica, what's up? Or you can wait to play it. You can't wait to... What do you mean by wait to play it? My point is, you need to play this Poncho as soon as the Pokemon you need to protect hits the board. That's the problem, right? Because if, like, this Poncho, for it to be really good, would have to be, it can't be pulled from the bench. That's what it would have to have been. And that's the problem. You've got to wait. And you need, if you without Poncho, you just play the game like normal and get pinged and Cyrus anyway, right? The problem is an entire card exists to balance. No. This doesn't balance Greninja for a start, but also they have added a lot of bench damage, and this is a good card. This is a good card to exist. Guys, my hair's everywhere today. It's a good card to exist because if you want an outcome against bench damage, you've got it, right? Don't put a vulnerable bench Pokemon on the bench. Wait to draw a Poncho. But you say that like that's easy, but it's not, right? Like, if your start is Indeedee Absol, you can't just not play the Absol and just magically wait, because your Poncho might be bottom 5. And then you spend in turns not putting energy on an Absol, for example, right? A lot of the time you can't just wait for the perfect opportunity. It's a cool card, though. Don't get me wrong. It's a cool card. Oh, there's a new supporter. Juggler. You can use this card only if your Pokemon in play have 3 or more different types of energy attached. Oh, God. Move all energy from each of your bench Card's horrible, right? This card's rubbish, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just... My brain's thinking, Mega Kang, Magneton, Tina, Juggler. I mean, nah. It's the recharge for Mega Kang. But what's the deck? 3 different types? Yeah, no, you're right, Joel, right? This is one of those Zeraora, Giratina, and then a base energy, right? Zeraora, Giratina, and then your actual dex energy. I think that's the best way. Baby Snorlax Arceus? But you'd need 2 babies to go in and ramp before you can even use this card. And then what are you ramping for? Because the ramp you're doing is going on Pokemon that you're probably going to play anyway. Okay, yeah, not the best. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, so we have 3. I thought there'd be 3. I called it. Training Area. Attacks used by stage 1 Pokemon in play do plus 10 damage. Okay, that's a cool one. Are we sure there is only 1 pack? Is the pack updatable? I don't even know what that means. Eevee plus Geo plus bags. Yeah, the evolutions might pop. Altaria is not basic. Stage 1 isn't basic. What? This works on Altaria. Altaria is a stage 1 Pokemon. Guys, reading is so hard for all of us. And what's this? Starting planes. Each basic Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent, gets plus 20 HP. This one isn't that good, is it? 50 HP babies, true. I read that this pack will add more to the future. I don't think that's true. In the trophy, it says we got to collect 500 stadiums. They plan on flooding us with stadiums. Well, no, because you can create multiple copies, right? And also, stadiums will be a thing going forward now. Yeah. Because the thing to remember about these is, like, it's taking a card in the deck to do this, and it's buffing your opponent potentially. And then, of course, we have this, which is decent. Okay, full art time. Cacnea. Quite good, quite good. Roserade. Quite good, quite good. Vivi. Oh, excuse me. Quite good. Buzzsaw is such a weird looking Pokemon, isn't it? Oh, okay. Reshiram. Shame the card sucks, but it is what it is. Oh, look at the Sentrets. Oricorio. Pretty cool artwork. Scorbunny looks pretty sick. That's nice artwork. Aurorus. People like that one for sure. Again, card kind of sucks though, I think. Crammer. Jesus. That's murder? That's crazy. It's just murder. It's the circle of life, I guess. I don't know. See, now, if this was true fat Pikachu, he wouldn't fit down, so he'd be safe. Minun? Minun and Plus look kind of sick. Toxel. Nice. With his little train set. He looks so grumpy, doesn't he? My Little Ponyta. Got it. Snowball, just loving life, I guess. Chilling in the wardrobe. Indeedy making the coffee. This is kind of sick artwork, actually. Holy crap. That artwork's kind of sick. Like, full anime. That could be a full, like, sort of realistic-y anime show. And it pours as coffee. I want one of those. Sandshrew. Just rolling around. Loving life. Tyrantrum. Pretty nice, pretty nice. We've seen Phalanx. Muck, just mucking around. With a Trubbish on there. People like that because it's got Trubbish on it, I'm sure. Purloin. Oh, found the tissue box. GG's. GG's, we've all been there. We've all been there. Oh, look at that, Attica. Look at that. Yeah, there you go. That's actually pretty nice artwork. Full binder ink. Obstagoon. Is he on a roof? Is he pretending to be Batman? I think he might be. I'm Batman. Not Purloin, what am I about? Berserker? This card I think is quite good, by the way. I think Berserker's decent. And then Scalamance. Just doing the Dragonfly style. Got it. This is me every day. Except instead of grass, it's a bed. Just absolutely out. I'm just done with life. I'm just like, just kill me now. Just finish me off. I'm done. Yeah. And then, oh, okay, now we have 2 stars. So we've got Teal Mask Ogerpon. We've not even hit rainbows yet. The classic Ultra Beast background for Blacephalon. Ninetales. I think this card could be quite good. Look at the chunky boy. Mega Swampert is just jacked, but also short. He's like the Wolverine of Pokemon. He's like super jacked, but he's about 3 feet tall. Yeah. Tox just doing this typical you are beneath me stare. Classic. Mega Guard. I think people will like this one. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oi! Excuse me, sorry guys. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, Mimikyu gets a sick background. Perfect. And then we've got The Rock. Dwayne. Crazy ability or attack. Never gonna work though. Okay, Mawile looks pretty sick actually. The Mega Mawile looks cool. Oh, Kanga. Okay, not bad, not bad. The colors are kind of nice on Kangaskhan. Diantha. People want that one for sure. Sightseer. People probably won't care about this one as much. But they'll want the artwork, of course. Juggler. Lol. Juggling his balls all the time. Oh, people want that one for sure. How did they not put Marnie in this set, guys? Marnie not being in here is a crime. Okay, rainbow time. Ogerpon. Probably meant to be at the festival, right? The Kititami? Kitty words, I can't remember. I think Blacephalon is like the weirdest like, what is the Pokemon? Is it this ball? Is it the body as well? I need to do some research on this Pokemon because it is the weirdest Pokemon to look at ever. I'm just like, what is going on ever? I just don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. It's so weird, isn't it? Oh, people want this one. This will be one people are after. People want the Ninetales for sure. Okay, Mega Swampert literally doing the ground smash. When's the set release? Tomorrow. Swampert looks sick. They're from another dimension. They're made to look uncanny. But what I mean is, the others, I can like look at and understand what's going on. Blacephalon, no clue. Is this 2 packs or 1? I think it's 1. Toxtricity, Loving Life. That's pretty cool, actually. Just recording some music. The drums in the background. When's ranked? Ranked will be the 11th, I think. Perfect. This is what you guys are going to be trading me, okay? Get ready. Because I'm being traded this. Look at the little guy. Just like, hey, how's it going over there? Oh my. They're doing everything they can to make people play this card. That's pretty sick. Mega Mawile. Okay, that one looks awesome as well. That's pretty good. And then, oh my, not the aura, almost like Akuma stance from the kid and the mum. That is nuts. The aura farm is too much. Yeah, full Akuma is crazy. What the hell? How, of all Pokemon, they gave Kangaskhan and the kid the Akuma stance. Like, it's incredible. Oh, that's funny. Holy crap. I cannot believe they gave him the Akuma stance. Okay, yeah, people want that one as well. Ah, Immersive Mega Guard. That probably looks quite good. Immersive Meowth. I mean, I guess Meowth's like a main character Pokemon, right? But like, that is crazy. Immersive Meowth's crazy. Now what have we got? In a single pack? I think it's just 1 pack, yeah. Green Tangler. Magby. Do any of these shinies look good? Not the slight, not the 1 cell up shade of yellow. What? Green is? Is that really the shiny Clefairy? Latios and Latias? Oh my god, that's a bit scary. Okay. And what have we got? Protective Poncho and Meloetta. Okay. That Lugia looks kind of cool. Yeah, Famfi looks good. Chilling. Yeah, not bad. Okay, what do we think then? What are the highlights, guys? I think this set's pretty cool. It's nice that it's a bigger set, obviously, because we just get more stuff. Honestly, this matchup to Machamp just shocked me. Indeed, he looks sick. Poltergeist makes me want to hurt my own soul. I think Psychic is looking good. Water got a couple of decent things. I think the big hitters for Water look decent. What's Machopo doing? Wait, what the heck's... Machop kills stadiums. But then the Macho deals 40 for 90 health, and then the Machamp for 2 energy deals 80, but discards a card from your opponent's deck. Like, that, not a bad card at all. And obviously, you're also crunching Oricorios. Look pretty good. I'm still honestly thinking about this as well. This card could be quite scary. You go Aegislash Mega Mawile. Don't you just get absolutely deleted by Sabrina if you play Mega Mawile and other Pokemon though? That's my only concern. So it works like Rocky Helmet in a way? Yes. But it's just if you look at everything where, look at its health, look at the fact you can run Grass Cape. You deal 80, then you probably deal 80 again. Because also, the huge thing about this, yeah, is this isn't an effect you put on the opponent's Pokemon, it's an effect on your Pokemon. So they can't just switch and hit you with something else, it's the same thing. Oh, it's 4 energy, but 2 of them are colorless. I don't know, all I'm thinking is, once this is active, this is a massive pain in the ass to deal with, right? Like, this is legitimately a problem for most things. Like, it's legitimately a problem. Is there a word with the problem with Superior is it's 2 stage 2s. However, if there's ever a type that can do multiple stage 2s, it's the one that has the auto evolution button, right? With the Miracle Grow. Or Quick Grow, sorry. How are we getting 4 energy though? I mean, you could run babies if you wanted to. Does Mega Kangaskhan get hit with 160 if it attacks? Yes. This will one-shot Mega Kangaskhan, right? If you attack first and then it hits you, because it hits you twice. Use that support to get you stage... Oh, you mean stage 1, right? Do you guys not think this is just... I don't know. Maybe I'm too high on this, but this seems giga strong. Because, like, there's not much that's dealing with this that well once it's out. And obviously you do have to get it out, but... I don't know. Good attack, horrible sap to get it there. But, like, we're... One hit by Mega Charizard. Ah, well, we shouldn't play it then, I guess. It's definitely interesting. Discarding doesn't give prize points, Duke. But it still looks quite strong, yes. Yeah, Chestnut looks really cool. We'll be playing Chestnut, don't you worry. We'll be testing it. What else sticks out? I mean, this is probably quite good as well. Oh. If there's one person who can make it work, it's me. True. Wait, there is... Hang on, let me check the other Vulpix. Yeah, you could play the ramp Vulpix as well, right? There's a Vulpix that is 1 energy ramp 1. Which means you've got more energy spare for other things. Tomorrow you're going to stream? Yes. Yeah, the self-ramp Vulpix probably goes with this. Greninja Ninetales def looks good. Wait, does it? Oh, you mean to pull stuff in? Yeah, Ninetales looks good. Yeah, Attica will no doubt want to be playing Mr. Rime. That'll be Attica's main deck. For sure. What do you think about slacking with Teal Mask Ogerpon? Isn't it just a... Does slacking do anything, though? Like, this isn't good, is it? I don't... Even, like, the stats on this Pokemon aren't that good, are they? Am I being stupid? I don't know. Have it with Ogerpon, but then they just Sabrina the Ogerpon and kill it, and then what? I don't know. And then you kind of just done, right? I don't know. Oh, Mousehold is sick. Yeah, we're gonna play some Mousehold just because it's funny. I actually think, right, hear me out, guys. I actually think Mousehold might be good, and I'm not even joking. Because say you get to start Tandemaus, and I'm not about a full-on Mousehold deck. I'm on about you just play 2 Tandemaus, 2 Mousehold, and then you have your like main Pokemon, right? Right. So then you play say you start Tandemaus, you draw 3, potentially, effectively draw 3 cards from your deck, which would draw the other Tandemaus and the 2 Mouseholds, right? And then you, even if it does less, that's probably better if it does less, actually. And then you can just, for 1 energy, just potentially try and high roll some knockouts whilst you're dealing with whatever's in the back. It doesn't seem bad. I'm not saying it's going to be amazing, but it seems playable. Yeah, my concern with slacking is just it's a stage 2, so you're going pretty all in. And then, yes, you've got Ogerpon, Teal Mask, which I think is fine. But if they just Sabrina and knock out your Ogerpon, you just kind of done, right? Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, I quite like Tandemaus. Smeargle seems pretty interesting too. Yeah, there's a lot of cards that look playable. However, I am slightly scared of just who cares about any of this if you're getting Hydreigoned on curve. right? And I know that's a bit pessimistic, I suppose. But like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that is pessimistic, but that's also just where I am right now. What's your 3 day 1 decks? Probably something like Gardevoir, Mimikyu, Indeedee. This Indeedee is one. Chestnut is another. We're gonna play Chestnut for sure. And then I mean, let's be realistic. Yes, we're probably gonna play Mousehold. What does Mimikyu do? Mimikyu is 2 energy, deals 70, but it has Disguise. So when this Pokemon is first damaged by an attack, it doesn't take any damage. So for example, this would soak a full Hydreigon hit and take 0 damage, which feels quite good. Like, it feels quite strong, right? Now, it doesn't do the most damage, it's 2 energy, deal 70, so obviously it's not hitting super hard, because that would be even more broken if it hit super hard, right? That'd be busted. But it can tank very well, and 2 energy for 70, whilst not amazing, also isn't the worst. Or if unlucky in its first card played, it gets baby pinged. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, like, that is the thing you play, the sort of danger you play with, right? Yeah, Twitch is cooked right now, for sure. And Poltergeist is just dirty. This is just dirty. Yeah, dirty. Yeah, correct. Like, putting Mars on a Pokemon that's like, I don't know. It probably won't end up mattering. Because again, the problem with a 70 HP Pokemon is it just gets absolutely backhanded by just anything in the game, but still, cool ability. I think this card's really strong though. I don't know. This card seems broken. This card seems a little bit disgusting. I think the Chandelure Gourgeist is going to be a meme, personally. I think Electric's been done dirty a little bit. I think they did Belly Bolt so rough. Look at his little happy face. Brutal. Toxtricity Jolteon? I mean, maybe. It's just where's this 3 energy coming from, right? If you're putting 2 energy on a Jolteon. That's the problem. The 3 energy is a bit tricky. Yes, Electric's one of the best decks in that for doing that, because you can Zero Aura, for example. That can help you, no problem. But then, normally when you're doing stuff like that, you're channeling energy into things that like really hit hard, and you're hitting for 90, which is potentially rough. I think this could be interesting, but probably not good enough. But like Minim plus Alolan Raichu could be cool. But the damage just isn't high enough. Yeah, people talk about Cinderace, but I don't think Cinderace is that good, is it? Mate, like, I guess what's the rest of the deck is the problem with Cinderace. I do like Eldegoss. Eldegoss is pretty cool. What non-EX grass can you play? What's the best one? Or I wonder if it is just... babies would be so rough though, right? I'm just working out what we could play with Chestnut. I don't know. Decidueye? Yeah, I'm just thinking what you can play with Chestnut, because you want something that's either no energy or low energy. It'll be interesting. I don't think Serperior is the answer. I think you want honest energy. Because if they just Sabrina the Serperior and then hit it and knock it out, you're then in big trouble, right? I don't know. We'll experiment. We'll experiment. Wait, someone asked about... Like, it's important, guys. Remember that Muck only affects basics. There was a question earlier about what happens if you have 2 Mucks on the board, and it's like, well, basic Pokemon in play don't have abilities. That's what happens. Per circuit, Aegislash could be interesting, but it's just a ton of energy. Like, Steel has no good ramp, right? Don't know why they changed the release time. They don't really say why they do anything, honestly. So it releases at 1 a.m. for me, which is tonight in America time. But for me, it's 1 a.m. tomorrow, whereas normally it releases like 6 or 7 a.m. So it's like 5 hours earlier than normal. You saw the Mimikyu Gold bundle? Is it in here? Nope. Where is it, Crown? Is Salamence good? Nah, it sucks ass, Bligs. Tyrantrum does look good. Tyrantrum could definitely be a problem. Not a problem, but like difficult to deal with. Smeargle isn't a May ability. It is a May ability. It's just not May where you want it to be. Where is it? You may look at a random supporter, but once you've looked, you use it. But you don't have to look. So it's just where the may is placed, right? As opposed... You would prefer it to say you may use it. But it's you may look for a card. So you're not forced. Like, if you're really scared of a copycat and your hand's perfect, you don't have to click portrait. But once you've clicked it, you've took the step, right? Where's this Mimikyu bundle? Reddit, Pokemon Pocket. Someone posted it here. Oh my god, Reddit is so funny. Oh, wait, that's good news. Hang on, is this in now? Hello? Hey, game. You want a game? Hang on. There we go. So, apparently, guys, apparently... Hold. Is this in now, I think? Edit. Or not? Is it here? Wait, is the update out now? Is the update already updated? Let me check. Yes. Hang on. Let me just double check I've updated it. About update. Ah, here we go. Hold. Yeah, they changed auto energy, so you can turn off auto energy, which is so good. Hold. Hold. But again, you know what makes me laugh? All these people, especially when we were talking about the other day, you know, when there was that video coming out of like, oh, Pokemon Pockets ruined card games for everyone. There were people saying, oh, they never have any QOL improvements. And it's just a lie. Right? It's like, it's just a lie. Because there's been a lot of quality of life improvements. They're just not the ones, I guess, people want more. Right? Which is fine. But just don't lie and say they've not done any quality of life improvements in the game. Because it's just not true. Like, people just actively lying. Yeah, exactly though. It's mad. How many more hours till the new set? Oh, many. What, about 15 hours? 15 hours till the new set? Oh, uh-oh. I shouldn't have updated, guys. My game's crashing. Well. Well. This is concerning. Maybe we'll wait. I mean, luckily we've got a game we can play that isn't this game, which we need to finish today, so... Hold. I think DNA don't release a dark mode for Pokemon reasons, you know? Do any Pokemon games have dark modes? I don't think they do they? Not really, but it should work in this game. Yeah, but you know what I mean? I'm all about it's potentially a branding thing. Yeah, correct, Play Orpheus. That is the inherent problem with the game and why the game has stagnated and is withering away into nothingness. You cannot, in this day and age, have a game that is a live service game and not let people take breaks. Well, guys, we probably not going to play any more Pocket today. Download's getting more common. Yeah, I'm on about the Pokemon Company might not want a Pokemon game with dark mode, with like black or dark menus, right? Like that might just be a pure branding decision. Which I can see, right? They might not want games with like dark menus. And it sounds silly, but I can. I mean, I don't. I would like dark mode. Obviously, I stare at this bloody screen all the time, but I understand why they wouldn't. Okay. Well, the good thing is, guys. I'll say. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is the good thing. Boop. I'm just gonna. Yeah, it is. Let me restart Mumu. Maybe. But to be fair, we've had this before where like the update is too powerful for our emulator until the release date. Can we at least turn down the brightness of the white? It hurts my eyes. You can do that on your own device, right? I'm just seeing if it'll load. It is funny. I glanced at Reddit before, and there's so many people like, "Oh, Greninja on a," you know, the Barry Allen meme with over the grave, and it's like Greninja in the grave, and then the poncho, and it's like, if people think Greninja's gonna be done, then they are mistaken. If people think Poncho is gonna single-handedly delete Greninja from the game, then I don't know. I think it messes up Greninja deck splashing. Why though? I think, right? I don't think it makes as big a difference as people are gonna think it does. Now it will make a difference. I'm not saying it'll do nothing. Like it'll do something, but for the like opportunity cost, I guess, of like having the card in your deck, playing the card could be Guzman or whatever, but even without that, they can still just manipulate the rest of your board. It'll force them to use Guzma. Potentially, but there's also... We're always talking in that heavy assumption that everything's going to go perfect, right? Like, pick a matchup. Absol, Hydreigon. Well, what if they start Absol and then you hit it? GG, who cares about Poncho? It's damaged. Doesn't matter. Right? It's been damaged. Right? Unless you're going to run a crap ton of heals to heal stuff up to full on the bench, then it's not going to do as much as people think. People think it just makes you immune. And it doesn't. Like, look at the amount of times you... Like, a Suicune attacks something, and then you want to retreat it, but you know you can't because it'll get Cyrused in. That's still going to be the case. And that doesn't change. All this changes is the initial pull on one target if that target isn't damaged at all, and you've put Poncho on it. Which, you know, happens, obviously, but it's not mind-blowing, right? Oh yeah, guys, so the update just isn't loading. Shouldn't have updated, should I? I didn't even get to open my packs. It's specific decks that want ramp on bench. There's also the element of there's worlds where then they just start running one Sabrina, one Cyrus. If Poncho becomes a problem, they'll just start running one Sabrina, one Cyrus. And then you're just in trouble again, right? I don't know. I think people are putting a little bit too much hope on this. Yeah, I actually think there's worlds where evolutions, I mean, that still kind of messes up deck slots. But they just swap, instead of 2 Cyrus, they just go 1 Cyrus, 1 Sabrina. Right? It's not that massive a change. But I think like EVs plus training area is pretty nice. Maybe you need Cyrus, but draw Sabrina. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, maybe a million things can happen, right? But my point is, with Poncho, you need to have the Poncho. You need to have the Pokemon that you want to Poncho unhurt and on the bench. You need to equip it. Then you need to still win the game. It's not like you automatically win the game if they can't ping your one Pokemon, right? Like there's so many things that is that's up in the air with that. But yeah, training area could be really good with evolutions. And what's interesting is I would say there aren't enough stadiums that you will expect to run tons of you expect to run into tons of people playing stadiums, right? Because this one is only psychic, so only psychic decks are running this. Anything that's not psychic isn't running this card, right? Unless they're using it to cancel other stadiums, which would be hilarious. Here is mainly basic EX decks that are mainly basic EXs, right? Is probably the most likely to run this. Arguments could be made for any decks that run basics when you look at, for example, Hydra. Like, the Dark deck might run this, right? So, because if you could potentially run, like, if you're running Indeedee, Absol, and Hydreigon, this also keeps your Dino safe, or safer. Can you Yeah, the way stadiums get the way you overwrite a stadium is there's only ever one stadium slot for both players. If I play stadium and then you play stadium, your stadium overwrites my stadium, and so on, so on, so on, so on. And I believe you can overwrite your own stadium. But you can't overwrite your own stadium with the same stadium. You have to overwrite it with a different named stadium. But this could be good because more health on Indeedee, more health on Absol, more health on Dino. So I can see starting planes being a good card for that deck. For sure. What's daycare? People call daycare just babies in a deck, basically. You think it's going to be mind games of when people will play out their stadium to prevent overwriting, or people run 2 stadiums? Yeah, it's going to... A lot of the mind games or whatever is going to come down to a few factors. One, how popular are stadiums? Because if only a couple of decks play stadiums, you may as well just chuck yours down to empty the hand, right? So you don't get... so you can maybe copycat more freely, so you don't get Marsed or red cards. There's reasons to empty your hand. But if stadiums are super popular, then generally you want to put the stadium down when you're going to use it. So easy example, you play the plaza down when you want to retreat, right, in a psychic deck. And then anything else is a bonus. And like, the basic one's a bit more weird. You probably always want to put the basic one down first, straight away, because you have to start the game with a basic, right? So you were always going to get value. But then training area, you can put training area down on the turn you attack. But again, how many? If no one else is playing stadiums, who cares? Then how many stadiums are you running? Because if they're running 1 and you're running 2, you could afford to make them burn their 1 stadium, for example, right? So stadiums will be interesting. They'll be pretty basic for now, but like next set and then the set after, if we keep getting 1 or 2 new stadiums, that could be pretty interesting. And of course, it always affects deck building, right? So if you have basic and evolve while that stadium is out, do you lose 20 HP? Yes. You effectively, it's like if you get Guzma'd with a cape. So yeah, the stadiums are cool. It's just another factor in the game, which I like. I felt like they were going to implement stadiums fairly soon. The upside's great, but they can help opponents. Yeah, I mean, that's why stadiums are balanced to an extent, right? Is that, especially the more neutral stadiums, is like, well, your basics have 20 HP. So do theirs, right? And like, your stage ones do more damage. So do theirs. So yeah. I'm very interested in Metal Core Barrier. And Berserker, and then like Skarmory. That is going to be a pretty scary deck. Skarmory EX, yeah. I just won't run stadiums because my opponent would just play it for me. I mean, right now it's easy to not run stadiums because there's only 3 and they do specific things. But there'll be a world where everyone will likely want to run at least 1 stadium. Because it's easy to say, I'll let my opponent play stadiums, which is fine. But if your opponent is playing basic EX decks and you aren't, that plus 20 health on all their Pokemon is way more annoying for you than it is for them, right? in terms of that. But yeah, I think Berserker is really cool. Like, strong effect, decent attack. Specific type ones will be insane. Yeah, argue like the psychic one is very like you are bothered if your psychic opponent plays this stadium and you have no way to stop it. For the whole game, basically your opponent's Pokemon retreat for free, which is crazy strong, right? Like absolutely crazy strong. So you are bothered. The Poncho Retriever, too. True, yeah. Like, you are concerned about this. I don't know. I am. Psychic Stadium with the Giratina Altaria deck. See, now, do you have the space in the Altaria deck? I don't think the Altaria deck needs it. I'm not sure the Altaria deck needs Peculiar Plaza. But maybe, you know, who knows? Who knows? You want to start Tina? I guess for me, it's more, well, you can't retreat the Swablu. Right? So you can't retreat the Swablu anyway. Because it's not psychic. It's psychic Pokemon, not psychic energy, right? Yeah. What will be interesting is if Tornadus ends up being any good. Probably not. Tornadus is going to be a card that's going to be like strong tomorrow, but not strong in general. I think. So I think the things to watch out for tomorrow, Mega Kangaskhan. Somebody's going to play 19 Team a while, for sure. You're going to get memers and dreamers who play Guzzlord, which is going to be a bit horrifying, to be honest. And then obviously we're gonna get Mega Gardevoir, blah 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 blah. A variety of Mega Gardevoir things. I think ranked is February 11th. So there's also a few worlds, right? So there's Mega Gardevoir, Meloetta Indeedee, Meloetta. I need to start pronouncing that properly. Meloetta. I think that's probably the plan, right? You want to start Meloetta. It's still a decent-ish Pokemon. You draw more cards. You draw through all this. You have Mega Gardevoir to hit. You then definitely run, what's her name? Diantha. And then you've got Indeedee to just wreck people. No Hydreigon nerf is a... Well, they've never nerfed a card in their life, right? They're not going to nerf any cards. Oh, you thought this Gardevoir was Jesus? If this was Curlier, that would be broken. Alolan Ninetales is the nerf. Yeah, Alolan Ninetales could shut down, but the problem is, a lot of the time they can set up Hydreigon on the bench, right? So, although decent, still problematic. I actually think Hydreigon should have been an on-evolve ability. Personally. I think it should have just been on-evolve, so it happens once. It would still be Giga strong, but... I don't mind the regular guard's okay. I think I saw Godly say Alolan Ninetales and Greninja just ping Cyrus. They can't do anything. The problem is, whilst amusing, that is an oversimplification, right? Because that's like acting as if your opponent doesn't exist. Right? Because you're allowed to attach energy where you want, apart from the active after that attack. So you ping, pull something in an attack, it probably doesn't die. So then they're just attaching energy to something on the bench. And then... Don't get me wrong, it might still be a really good deck, but I think people just leap to oversimplifications of these scenarios where it's them and across the table from them is like just a marshmallow that can't play the game. Right? It's like... It's a little bit more... I don't know. Because, like, look at that, you're against Psychic. Well, they just have the stadium and retreat. Like, who cares? You know. But it will be strong, though. Don't get me wrong. It'll still be good. I'm just trying to work out. So you'd want... The tricky part is, I'm guessing you still just play Rare Candy, and it's just 2 Ralts, 2 Megas, a Meloetta, and an Indeedee. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you could run really low to the ground in terms of Pokemon, right? 1 Meloetta, 2 Mega Gardevoir, 2 Ralts, 1 Indeedee. 2 Chingling. I'm not sure if you want 2 Chingling. If you run Chingling, you probably don't want Meloetta, right? Yeah, I don't know if you want Chingling. I mean, it's gonna depend. But basically, you'd have Meloetta to draw, Indeedee to snipe stuff or finish stuff off, and then your Gardevoirs. So then the prize mapping looks good, right? You've got 2 non-EX and then Megas, which could be really good. Hey, Rosie, what's up? How's it going? Tyrantrum's looking okay as well. I think people are going to play Passimian Tyrantrum for sure. It just makes the most sense. And this could be very scary. Have you seen the new set, Rose? Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to be playing Mousehold. Poncho's Auto, they forgot to give us. Incomplete ability feels sloppy. I mean, I don't think they released War Turtle and saw it and thought, oh no, we have to release Poncho now. I don't think they're linked at all. I see Tyrantrum in full fossil with well, you can't play full fossil, right? Wonder if all new sets will be 1 pack now they learned from last year. It's interesting because I would argue that for a lot of people, them being 1 pack with a lot of cards is worse. It's worse for the player, arguably. Okay. But 2 stage 2 lines might be a bit much. Yeah, exactly, yeah. With 4 fossils. Thanks, Rose. Okay, so I can tell you tomorrow we're gonna spend a lot of time with Chestnut, and we might lose a lot, but we're gonna find something, okay? Wait, what is... Oh, I can't even open the game anymore. Hang on. What about... What about Shuckle Chestnut? Is that the world we're living in? Shuckle EX Chestnut? We coping? Guys, I think Chestnut's gonna be good, okay? I'm calling it. Yeah, I think Electric might have got done dirty a little bit this set. Right, you look at Electric and you look at everything else. What's gonna be good with Swampert? You probably have to ramp it, right? It's probably just gonna be ramp. Crawdon? I don't even think you play that. Yeah, the problem with Swampert is the second you -2 off yourself, like, yeah, hang on. It's gonna be Swampert and just Mantikes, right? You need to just gig a ramp, you need to be above, you need to be 4+ energy. So if you discard 2, you can keep attacking. Right? And then it's just heals and capes and then such. Probably Elm. Right? And that's the thing that I think's a little bit of a shame. Is when we get Pokemon like that, I like Swampert, but it's just, well, because of the state of the game, you've got to ramp it, and you've got to then just keep smashing the button and hope you win. Does Donphan Lucario get any new breakpoints with 10 damage stadium? I don't know, actually. Excuse me. Oi. I think Psychic's probably the most exciting here. I actually think Gardevoir's well designed. I will say as well, I feel like this set, there's a lot of choice. Now, will the meta end up like that? Probably not. But it feels like there's a lot of choice going on in this set. Because we've got decent normal cards. Yes, I'm skipping Dragon. Decent steel cards. Decent dark cards. Kind of okay fighting cards. Good psychic cards. Let's skip electric. A couple of decent water cards. Water kind of got the rough end of the stick as well. Fire, I mean, Cinderace and Blacephalon with Half Flame, maybe, but okay-ish fire cards. Not that I think fire needs much. And then Grass arguably got a rough end of the stick as well. But overall, I feel like there's a lot of stuff knocking about. And as we've talked about with the stadiums and such, and some of these other cards, there's a decent amount of cards that like open up older cards again. Like Metal Core Barrier, you've got to relook at all the steel cards again. Diantha, yes, of course, with Gardevoir, but you can look at other stuff as well. Does this now have to go into Altaria and so on, so on, so on? Cape, sure. Well, Cape Poncho, sure. I like the Lucky Ice Pop. Like Sightseer and training area for EVs and so on, so on. You could also do 2 Ching, 2 Mega Guard, 2 Indeedee EX. Well, you need to play something else, or you're just getting smashed by Oricorio, right? I think there's no world in which you play Mega Gardevoir and don't play this Indeedee. Like, this Indeedee seems so strong that I just think you can't not play it, right? Like, deal 70 to a benched, and the energy is less of a concern because you're playing Mega Gardevoir. I like it a lot. And then weirdly enough, with Smeargle, Mega Kang, arguably Slacking, and then Tandemaus Mousehold, and then arguably Tornadus as well. There's a lot of like at least playable looking normal cards. Which is hilarious. Guys, oh excuse me, I don't know. People are gonna meme me tomorrow with Godsword, I can tell. Play Cephalon EX hard enough to bring Lusamine back? Potentially, yeah. At least you have this Singe a bit. Without Singe, the card would be bad, I think. But because you have Singe, it's like, okay. It's like one energy deal 20, right? At worst. And sometimes one energy deal 40. Funnily enough, there's even a world where just 2 Blacephalon is okay. Discard 3? Sure, but you'd run like 2 Lucamines, right? And if you attack 3 times with Pop Punk and don't win, well, you've lost. Which is fair enough. I think you just accept the L. Like, you can effectively attack 3 times. Flame Ogerpon ramps it. I don't even know if you bother, though. Two lose for 2. I'm not sure if Flame Patch is as good. What if you just played Blacephalon and it's like Energy Burn, pass a turn, Pop Punk kill, Lusamine hopefully kill, and then Lusamine, you know what I mean? Like, I can see that being potentially a thing. Hey, Swiss. This and the Flame Oricorio. The Flame Oricorio seems absolutely terrible. Hey, Jaybird, thanks a lot for the resub. How's it going?
Morning, Ravon.
Morning, Jaybird. What's up, mate? I was trying to think that, I mean, they've built this well, right? But there's no good way to make this work. But this is a crazy attack. It's a crazy attack, guys. It's fair enough that it's like this nuts. How many X's? It's a big set, Swiss. 1 pack, many cards. I think it's decent. I think the card's terrible, but it has to be terrible. Like, it can't be good, right? Like, it just can't be good, is the problem. Because if it's good, the game just breaks. Yeah, we've got some cool cards to play. Combine it with the fossils. Yeah, it's just, how do you get there? Right? Because this attack is ass. This is ass. And then you need to get here. And they've got no defense, right? And if you got fossils, then you're always starting it. Although there is a world where you play Persimmon again. Maybe that helps a tiny bit in some matchups, but yeah, it's not looking good, is it? But yeah, the set looks really good. Oh, yeah, also bear in mind, everyone, we don't want this to be strong, right? Like, you don't want this to be good, because you guys think Greninja Cyrus is bad. What if you didn't have to Greninja Osiris? And you just blasted whatever you wanted, right? Like, you don't want this to be strong, so it's fine. It's fine that it's not. But yeah, highlights for me overall, because we are probably going to wrap up the review, because we've kind of just been chilling talking about it. Chestnut, I'm going to make it work, okay? I'm just committing. Chestnut, definitely. Ninetales, maybe. And then Gardevoir, Indeedee. Obviously, I like Mimikyu, but just Gardevoir, Indeedee, almost certainly. Machamp looks decent. Like, weirdly enough, we are going to test Machamp. Because that is just a good line. And then... not massively sold on much in Dark, honestly. Guzzlord could be hilarious, though. Berserker, I think, is pretty good. Aegislash might be good, but it's a heck of a commitment. So it's a little bit scary, but I can see it being okay. And then, obviously, we're going to play Kangaskhan Mega, because it just looks... it's just an interesting deck / card. I'm not sure how we're going to play it, though. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. And then Smeargle's kind of interesting. And we're definitely going to play playing Tandemaus Maushold. For sure. Wait, did they... no way. Did they not give us a Tandemaus or Maushold full art? Okay, that's a bit of a crime. That's a bit of a crime. No Tandemaus or Maushold is nuts. And yeah, for anyone interested, the Akuma Kangaskhan is just busted. This is probably the card that everyone's going to go for. Obviously, we've got 2 immersives. We've got Meowth. And then we've got Guard, which everyone will want, obviously. And then these are the golds. Meloetta. And Poncho. Someone said there was a Mimikyu gold bundle. Is this? Oh, oh shit, there is. Ah, shit. Well, damn it. Can we not see them in big mode? Enhance! Oh, it's just loads of Mimikyus and a Pichu. Pikachu, sorry. Oh my god. Boop, 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 boop. Meowth draws a card, and also on taking damage, coin flips, and if heads, it doesn't take any damage. Or something like that. Okay, so we've got this, we've got that. First time, new solo battles, sure. Step up battles. With all the different decks. Yeah. Roger, yeah. Missions. There's a Meowth emblem. Oh, we've got a Mudkip icon, Cramorant icon, Melotia, and Gardevoir. Muck MVP. I don't think Muck's going to be very good. Please tell me ranked is started on time. It started on time. It's just the time it's starting on, I believe, is the 11th of February. It's got to be on time, though. What's this? Oh, do you want to see the immersives? Let's just play. That is loud. Yeah, I can't really turn it down. There's no volume. Guess what? You're getting it again! Mudkip! There you go. That's better. There you go. There you go. Because tomorrow it's not going to have the music when I open them. Missed the last 90 minutes. Would you mind giving me a full recap of every single card you talked about? Okay, good to go. Sure. Favorite cards? I think Gardevoir's going to be good. Can't just start from the start. Yeah, right. So, here we go again, guys. Okay, I'm all in on Chestnut, even though I think no one else is. That's just me. Ninetales looks decent. Gardevoir, I think Meloetta, and I think Indeedee nuts as well. And I think the Machamp line's kind of interesting. I think Berserker's good, and Aegislash might be good. And then Kangaskhan, Smeargle's interesting. Kangaskhan looks good. And then we're gonna jam the crap out of Tandemaus Mousehold. Because this is a hilariously weird game-breaking combo. You post link of the new set in chat. I'm on mob. Jesus Christ. Everything. Making wait for 2 weeks to play ranked is annoying. Most fun time to play is when the meta is fresh. I mean, you can still play in a fresh meta. Tools out with stadium card. Double cape equals basic stadium buff. Yeah, stadiums are interesting. If we look at these, I think Lucky Ice Pop is, I think it's better than people think it is. I think Poncho is worse than people think it is. I think the stadiums are all decent. They're fine. I do think we're going to see evolution decks. I think we're going to see a lot of evolution decks. Because of, like, potentially a Sightseer training area combo. In 2 weeks, you've established best decks. Sure, but that's what ranked is, really, isn't it? Ranked is people generally playing the good decks. But I'm sure there's a lot of players who don't like ranked being released instantly because they feel they don't have time to get the new cards, so they just lose to people who have paid money for the new cards. Was there a second gold? Yeah, there's two. Meloetta and Poncho are the 2 gold cards. So yeah, the new set's looking good. It's looking interesting. Raven with the so here's the problem is, right? They have 30 days though, which is more than enough to get their cards. But here's the problem, right? And don't get me wrong, I get it. I'm of the side, as a basically full-time player of the game, I would like ranked to be out right now, along with the new set, right? Don't get me wrong. However, it is important to try and look outside of yourself and not just, this is what I want, so it's right. And everyone else that doesn't want it is wrong, right? I think that's the difference. That you just got to realize that for some people, or I don't know, maybe the majority of people, they don't like ranked being so soon because they feel like they just get stomped early and it's just whoever buys more cards wins. Now, that is not strictly true. Obviously, we know this. However, they could be just giving some breaks in ranked. Also, there is an element that look at every other CCG that doesn't do this. But there's also an element where just because other people do it doesn't mean it's right. Like, Pokemon also make 10x what Hearthstone does on mobile as a card game. So should Hearthstone be copying Pokemon, right? You know, it's all you can bend everything to everything, right? But for me, there's also an element where there are people who think the seasons are too long. So there's also that problem if there are people who think the seasons last too long and it's just a long sort of endless grind, right? And again, not saying anyone's particularly right or wrong, but these are things people feel, and I'm guessing that the devs are trying to just work out what is the right amount of time for a season to be active, when does it go up, when does it come down, and so on. The reason they've removed ranked is because they want to keep the hourglass economy in check. Wait, how does delaying ranked keep the hourglass economy in check? Because you get the same amount of hourglasses and they're still ranked every season, right? They're still ranked every month. Not really, the season's shorter, but there's one season per month. And you get the same amount of hourglasses. Right? Yeah, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah. Unless someone tells me something different and I'm not realizing something, but there's no change to the amount of hourglasses you earn. You don't earn less because the season's shorter, right? It's the same. The reward is the same. There's also a side they would simply make more money without the breaks. I don't possibly know how you know that to be true. I don't know. I don't think that's potentially true, honestly. Mega Kanga plus Elmer sounds like a fun combo. Mega Kangaskhan looks very interesting because it's a very unique card. The Elmer thing, it is going to depend how you build the deck. Why are they merging multiple packs into one now? I mean, that is a tricky one because there are positives and negatives to that. So my honest answer is I'm not sure, but also they could just be testing what bigger pack sizes look like. If ranked is open tomorrow, I'm spending money. If it's in 2 weeks, I'm using hourglasses and I'll see where I end up close to the time. That's fine for you, Goober, but you need to realize that you are not everyone, right? And I think that's something that most people struggle in life with. That what your perception of things does not reflect everyone else's, right? Because the vast majority of players don't care about ranked. So I don't think the vast majority of players care whether ranked's out tomorrow, the day after, or the week after, if I'm being completely honest. And like I said, just also it's important to understand that I would like ranked to be around, right? because it suits me. But I also understand that there's a lot of things that ranked also can add to burnout for players, right? If you make ranked up 100% of the time, it could make players feel like they're on an endless grind. Does good luck give points? No. Discarding isn't knocking out. But it does just delete the card from the game, which is very powerful. But I think they're just messing around with different release schedules and such just to see if there's a better way to do it, right? Because to be fair, just because they're doing something one way doesn't mean they should never try different ways. The ultra casuals don't even play ranked though. But there's a difference between, again, we're just going to extremes where there's either people who grind ranked or people who don't know how to turn on a phone, right? And that doesn't happen. There are people who are casual players who play ranked. Like, there's a whole breadth of people, right? Like, you don't either just open packs or go for top 1,000 on ranked, right? There's a bit of a broader spectrum than that. I'm casual and I play ranked. Yeah, that's what I mean. There'll be loads of people. There's a full spectrum of people, right? I know someone who, bear in mind, is a streamer who plays games for a job and they play competitive games. They never play PvP in this. Ever. Right? What I'm saying is most casual players I know were fine with 30-day time for ranked. Sure, but I'm just... Okay, what's more realistic, right? What's more realistic? The people you know, or that tiny sample size of, 5 to 10 people, let's say, being the correct show of everyone or the majority, or a company that is running the game and has access to all of the data, having a lot of insight and are testing different things for different audience or trying to improve a certain audience, right? Like, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I would prefer rank to be up, obviously, because it would make my job easier. But I'm just saying that I imagine they're just turning dials and testing things to see if there's like an optimal... Because what if ranked being open all the time engaged 10% of the player base in ranked? But then if they made the ranked season shorter and had gaps, 15% of the player base started engaging with ranked, right? Suddenly, it's like, well, even though we, who are extremely engaged players, you guys are literally watching a middle-aged guy talk about the game on Twitch in the middle of the day, right? We're extremely engaged players. Like, yes, it might not suit us, but if they see that engagement overall tick up a little bit, because there's also an idea of, if you make something not up all the time, more people might play it because they know it's time limited, right? Does that make sense? Like, if I said ranked is always up and you just reset every season, it's always up, you'd be like, oh, well, I'll get to rank. I'll do some rank later. I'll do it. Or if I say rank's up for 2 weeks, then in that 2 weeks, you're probably going to jimmy jam, right? And that might engage you more than if ranked is just always there. You might, can't be asked today. Can't be asked. Whatever. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I don't work for them, right? I don't have the data. But there's a world where that is a possibility, right? So they might be trying to test that. Like, do they actually end up with more engagement with shorter ranked seasons? Because also bear in mind, the shorter seasons make it incredibly easy to hit Master Ball. Because the shorter seasons also give smaller numbers you've got to hit to rank up, right? So these seasons are making it easier for players to hit higher ranks, which also might improve engagement. Right? So there's so many factors, but what I don't think they're gonna do is be like, oh, everyone loves this. Let's change it. Like, this is working really well. It's the best it could possibly be. Let's change it and make it worse. Like, I doubt that's something anyone's aiming to do. It could be done by accident, obviously, but I stopped playing Ranked for 2 seasons due to the grind. The short seasons are so much better for a small weekend push. Yeah. It's, and that's the problem, is it's so difficult to really gain perspective when you just don't, you've got no way to gain that perspective. Like, I've talked about this before. I still remember when I started working with Blizzard on Hearthstone, and I spoke to the devs, and some of the information we would get told was crazy. And it sounds stupid, because it probably sounds obvious now, but I'm on about years ago. I think there was a point where it was like, oh yeah, like, less than 5% of the player base hit Legend. Ever. I'm like, what? I get laughed at for not being top 200 Legend. Never mind hitting it. Like, what are you on about? It's like, yeah. Over 90% of players never hit Legend. To me, that was crazy. What do you mean? It's not even hard. But then you realize, yes, it is hard. It's just not hard for me, right? And like, people also didn't play the game like I played the game very seriously. There's tons of casual players who just log on, make a cool deck, and play a couple of games and turn it off, right? So you realize very quickly that there's this massive especially games with a large player base. You realize that the vast majority of players are giga chill compared to you, because just by nature of being on Twitch, watching videos, knowing that you want to go and hit Master Ball, knowing that you can hit Master Ball, so on, so on, so on, looking up deck guides or looking up decks, blah, 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 playing for more than 10 minutes a day. These all make you an incredibly engaged, like, hardcore player, believe it or not, even though it doesn't sound hardcore. So, like, that's what's really difficult to... That's why I always try and talk about what the, like, potential other perspectives on why these things might be good for the game or good for people playing the game. Is this set a mini set? I don't know. This is not really classed as a mini set because it's 234 cards. The question is, do you agree with it? I don't think whether I agree with it matters, because it depends what you mean by agree. Do I agree that it could gain more engagement and be better overall for the vast majority of players? Probably. Would I want this ranked season to be open all the time? Yes, because it's my bloody job. I want ranked to be on, because when ranked's not on, engagement for me is lower. I heard some top players had health problems due to a lack of sleep. Crazy. I should have just said scrubs. But yeah, I think, like, I don't know. The reason I think the hourglass economy, I don't understand. How does it affect the hourglass economy? I don't understand it, Flip. Like, what do you mean? How does the seasons being shorter affect how many hourglasses people get? Because it doesn't, right? Well, that's what I don't get. The set is releasing in approximately 10 hours. We didn't get a ranked for a whole month. But that was one single month. Right? That's not clearly not the ongoing thing. Because we just had ranked. Rank ended the other day. There's a new expansion, then there's ranked again. You wish it's 14 hours. Wait, what did I say? 10? Yeah, I meant 40. I just did the 2 the other way. Then the shorter breaks, like the one we're having now, eventually compound to a month again. But it won't. Right? And also we got hourglasses from other sources. But it won't, because if there's still one season per month, it's still one season per month. It's just the season shorter. Yeah, but the length of a season doesn't matter. It's how many ranked seasons there are in a year, right? If there's one season every set, the number of seasons will be the same, which means the number of 100 hourglasses are the same. That doesn't affect it in any way. If a season was 2 days long, but there was still one season per set, it's 100 hourglasses per set. Or if the season was 30 days long, but it's one ranked season per set, it's the same amount of hourglasses, right? It doesn't have any impact. Yeah, I'm saying that 1 month we didn't have it happened once, and already we've just had a season. Now there's an expansion and another season. So until season-long gaps happen regularly, I'm going to assume that was a one-off over Christmas. Sort of. You know what I mean? The Christmas season. Because already we're having one per expansion again. Right? And that is an assumption, but... We've had a month break because a triple pack release. Yeah, I just got away thinking I think new cards look really good, dog. Well, that was an exaggeration on the 2 days long season, but also you could easily get to Master Ball in 2 days. You get to Master Ball in 1 day. Less than a day. They didn't make stage 1s important in this set. Wait, what? I mean, this card seems pretty good for stage 1s. I'm pretty sure evolution decks are going to pop off. For the stage 2. Oh! Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? I thought you meant they didn't make good stage 1 cards. In terms of like, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, what stage 1 cards did we even get? I'm trying to look. Yeah, Marsh Stomp sucks ass. Yeah, nothing interesting, right? What's your opinion on card bans per season? I think that would generally be kind of bad. I think if they ever did a card ban, it would have to be like a giga emergency thing and not a planned event. Berserker's good stage 1, but I think they're on about stage 1s that then evolve to stage 2s. Is what they mean, I think. Weirdly enough, it's gonna be a weird one where I think like this is probably gonna be the trainer chase, even though I don't think it's that good. Funnily enough. think Diantha will be. Yeah, I mean, people will be after them. Like, Diantha's playable as well, right? I think these two and Piers are playable. But I think visually, Piers looks the coolest. It's like done the best. Which region is Diantha from? Diantha's not a champion, is she? Is Diantha the champion? She is? I thought she wasn't a champion. Oh, fair enough. Guys, it's been a while since I played XY. She's the, I knew she's a big, I knew she was like a big character, but I didn't know she was a champion. That's all. It's been a long time since I played XY, guys. I knew because she's involved with the Ultra Beasts, right? Is she involved in the Ultra Beasts? Or am I making that up as well? Am I thinking of someone else? No. That's Lusamine. God damn it. Yes, it's Lusamine. Of course, it's Lusamine. Oh my god, it's all molded into one. It's Sun and Moon, that, isn't it? Yeah, I thought Diantha was from Sun and Moon. She isn't. She's XY. Makes sense. Yeah. Wait, what Mega does she have? Is it Mega Gardevoir? It's Guard. It makes sense, right? Yeah. Guys, I can remember most Pokemon games. XY? I think the only thing I can tell you about it is the it's 3D, right? Was it one of the first 3D games? You know what I mean by 3D. But like XY just doesn't, it's just not stuck there. Very weird. I've literally got it over there. I've got my copy over there. But yeah, just weirdly enough. But then again, I think Megas are a bit, I don't like the Mega mechanic, I'll be honest. Maybe I'm the only one. I don't really like the Mega mechanic. But yeah, interesting. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun tomorrow, guys. I just so you know as well, I am not going to be playing on release because I ain't getting up at 1 in the morning. It is what it is, guys, unfortunately. However, I will be up earlier than normal time, right? So I'll be up a little bit earlier. We'll be good to go. We'll be opening packs. We'll be playing most of the day, right? Why not? Because I have a dog that will then want to go out at 6 in the morning. So yeah, I'm not going to be up on release. However, for everyone who gets to watch all the other streamers play it on release, I imagine all the Americans, I'm a nice little, dessert, I guess, right? For afterwards. You can watch all the Americans if you want, and then jump over to me for the good stuff. Okay? All-nighter? No, I am too old for an all-nighter. What are you on about? I'd die. I'd probably just die. How bad's that? I'd probably just die. It is what it is. Right. So, everyone on the YouTube stream, I am going to end the YouTube stream here because, again, you all hate it when I don't play games that aren't Pokemon Pocket, which is fine. I'll be back live on YouTube tomorrow morning for the new expansion. Be there or be a nerd. Everyone else on Twitch, I'm going to be carrying on and maybe trying to finish Detroit Become Human. I know you're all here for Pokemon mainly, but until tomorrow, we don't have much Pokemon to play. I don't think my app even opens now on Pokemon because the patch kind of broke it. So we couldn't play Pokemon if we wanted to. It is what it is. So we might be able to finish Detroit Become Human today. So we're going to be jumping over to that. But everyone on YouTube, I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for liking the stream, watching, do a subscribe and all that stuff. Ring the bell or whatever people say. And come over to twitch.tv/RavenHS if you want to hang out. The rest of us cool kids.